Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon. We begin First at 4 with the weather. We are seeing more storms, but Ben, I understand you don't expect this to be anything like yesterday.
Yeah, Karen, the ingredients just aren't there from what we had yesterday, thank goodness. But the last of these thunderstorms is starting to exit the east side. There's much more parameters for severe weather further south of us. A lot of the heavy rain right now into Lake Erie coming out of downriver. We're watching another cell here in Macomb County, and again, some downpours and lightning strikes, but we're not anticipating anything severe. And even this cell coming through parts of Oakland County. Some of the same places that got hit hard yesterday around the Farmington, Novi area, that is starting to fall apart. So just a little bit of rain there as we head towards the 5 o'clock hour. Severe risk is technically still in a marginal risk, but again, most of that is going to be centered south of us. The big story are going to be the temperatures. By tomorrow morning, city's going to be at 61, a lot of 50s elsewhere, and we'll talk about the dry air coming with it in just a few minutes. Karen?
All right, thank you, Ben. Meantime, today people were cleaning up from the damage from the intense storms that just rolled through at this time yesterday. Sky 4 got a look at some of the hardest hit areas, like the Knollwood Country Club in West Bloomfield. You can see big trees were uprooted or snapped in half. Right now, 111,000 DTE customers are still without power, and more than 1,400 crews are out working to get it back on. Coming up at 5 and 6, Rob Maloney out in the neighborhoods today with a closer look at where things stand now. FEMA is in Wayne County today assessing the damage from the devastating flooding 2 weeks ago. 20 FEMA staff, along with Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan, toured the Jefferson Chalmers neighborhood, one of the areas hit hard by the floods. Governor Whitmer issued a state of emergency and requested FEMA to come to Metro Detroit to look at the damage. President Biden will determine if a disaster needs to be declared, which would free up federal funds for response and relief efforts.
We know that our government is supposed to work for the people, and this is an example of our government working. You know, when we say help is on the way, I sit on the most powerful committee in Congress, Appropriations, and we appropriate funds for FEMA to have the resources, but our government has to work.
Wayne County residents can now call 211 to find help to clean up debris from their flood-damaged homes. Also today, Mayor Duggan updating the city's response to help Detroiters clean up flood damage. City crews continue to remove 1,000 tons of damaged items per day from homes. Starting July 20th, landlords face a $250 fine a day if their properties are not clear of debris, cleaned and sanitized for their renters. Emergency cleaning and sanitizing will begin next week, starting with the city's most vulnerable households. Mayor Duggan says he's working to get federal help.
This is a very rigorous process to prove it was a natural disaster. When you hear people out there saying, oh, this was just another storm, oh, a pump was down for 2 hours. If that were the case, we don't have a chance. But what we are showing is that the 6-inch rainstorm in 24 hours was the largest one-day rainstorm in southeastern Michigan history.
Mayor Duggan says 12 more private contractors are joining the efforts to remove flood-damaged items from Detroit homes. In other news this afternoon, we are getting a look at the man charged in a deadly road shooting in Troy that claimed the life of a Detroit firefighter. 27-year-old Terrell Josie faces several charges, including murder. Prosecutors say he was the passenger in a white Jeep Cherokee that followed Lieutenant Francis Dombrowski after a road rage fight. They say the men got into it at the Shell gas station on Rochester Road. Then Josie opened fire. Dombrowski died at the scene. Josie pled not guilty to all charges. President Biden announcing today the nearly 20-year war in Afghanistan will come to an end by August 31st.
The United States did what we went to do in Afghanistan, to get the terrorists who attacked us on 9/11 and deliver justice to Osama bin Laden, and to degrade the terrorist threat to keep Afghanistan from becoming a base from which attacks could be continued against the United States.
The Taliban has made advances in recent weeks, stealing troves of U.S. military-supplied weapons from Afghan forces who have surrendered. The president says the U.S. will continue to support Afghanistan through humanitarian and security efforts. Another hospital system in Metro Detroit will require all employees to get the COVID vaccine. People working at the 5 St. Joseph Mercy hospitals and 3 Mercy hospitals will need to get the shot. It impacts 24,000 people. Employees must provide proof of vaccination by September 21st. Last week, Henry Ford Health System announced it was requiring all employees get vaccinated by September 10th. We've got a major announcement that will change the feel of the Tokyo Olympic Games. Today, Japan declared a state of emergency because of the coronavirus, and now fans are banned from the stands. Kimberly Gill in the newsroom with how the upcoming games may look. And Kim, this will be an Olympics unlike any other.
It really will. Karen, good afternoon to you. We are 15 days away from the opening ceremonies, believe it or not, and the only way to watch the games this year will be on television. Japan made the emergency declaration today because of a concern over COVID. Cases are rising in the country. The Delta variant is spreading, and only 15% of people in Japan are vaccinated. Fans from abroad were banned months ago, but these new measures will completely clear the stands at all indoor and outdoor venues. The Olympic torch relay has already been pulled off public streets in Tokyo. Recent polls show more than half of the people in Japan want the Olympics to be canceled or postponed. The president of the International Olympic Committee says he supports the decision.
I think we can all be very satisfied that the strict measures having been established to protect everybody, the Japanese people and the participants of the Games.
Even these Olympic rings that illuminate Tokyo Bay are being turned off at night because the city doesn't want to attract crowds. The state of emergency ends 2 weeks after the Games wrap up. So the games will be different this year, Karen, as you said, but you can still catch all of the excitement here on Local 4 starting on July 23rd. Coming up at 5, we'll take you to Tokyo with more of the changes ahead. Karen, we'll send it back to you.
All right. Thank you, Kim.
Sure.
A local tech giant found himself with some downtime during COVID, so he used it to expand his dream. He created a new Michigan-born bourbon that hits the market this weekend. Paula Tutman has more on a product that's producing high spirits with a special ingredient.
So the secret ingredient of this bourbon is actually Michigan Great Lakes water, but not the same kind of deal that water company was actually taking millions of gallons of water from the Great Lakes for only pennies. In this deal, the water is actually ethically curated, acquired, and then distilled to perfection.
I can't believe this is happening.
For VARCHAS Shankar, holding a bottle of his own brand of bourbon is a dream come true, which is saying something for a tech guy with a brilliant brain for business who built a multi-million-dollar global tech company in Bloomfield Hills.
I never dreamt in my entire life growing up as a kid trying to build a business and trying to come to America 30 years ago that I would be standing here talking about making my own whiskey.
V2Soft is a tier 1 and tier 2 automotive supplier of IT solutions and staffing. So of course you would naturally think for a next project you would launch a premium bourbon company, right? Well, you would if you love bourbon, and VARCHAS Premium Bourbon was born. The secret to such fast success, the process of buying aged barrels from premium bourbons, that crisp, clean Great Lakes water purchased from approved bottlers, properly compensating the state for the precious resource.
It's sweet and it's clean and it's beautiful. When we mixed with our pure Michigan water, we didn't realize how good the whiskey was.
Adding a few exotic special ingredients.
We look for the same mash bill, which is a mixture of the different grains to make up the taste. But then we take it and we put our own flavors and processes in place.
You just don't take the barrels and slap it in a bottle, right? So we process it to fine grains so that actually you can smell the vanillas, you can smell the caramels, you can feel those things right in your mouth before you can drink it.
The bourbon is distilled at private small distilleries in various states. VARCHAS and his team swoop in and add those personal touches and ingredients, and the bourbon is aged some more. It's bottled and then sent to Michigan, the home of its birth, for distribution. This weekend, the coming out party for the tech genius's newest baby, the launch of VARCHAS Premium Bourbon. Even the bottle has been specially created into one of those keepers you don't want to throw away.
Which I'm going to take it back to India because I had U.S. Department of Agriculture call me up and said, "You're the first Indian American who's made this American whiskey. Would you like to come and sell it in India?" I said, this is out of the world. So I think actually I'm flying right now without drinking.
VARCHAS believes that this creation is really a combination of his full heritage, not only from his native India, but also he's so finely woven into the tapestry of the United States. And so that's why he has the eagle as his bottle topper. And of course, his Michigander deep roots, because of course we're all very, very different kinds of people. He's excited at seeing his bottles, even more excited at seeing it on the shelves of your favorite liquor store. Paula Tutman, Local 4.
And this weekend is the official launch. The Bourbon Company has a pretty cool domain name to help you locate sellers of the bourbon. We've got a link on clickondetroit.com, so check it out. Still to come here first at 4, he made himself right at home. A burglary suspect stops to make himself a snack during a break-in. The thief was way too comfortable. We'll have that later in Trending Stories. And they were highly trained and heavily armed. New information on the arrest and the assassination of Haiti's president. As first responders mark 2 weeks since that Florida condo came down, the investigation makes a big shift, and it is a heartbreaking change for everyone involved.